Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share with you how I planned this week in my memory planner. There is a look at last week, and I used a Planner Society kit, and I thought it turned out so pretty, and I absolutely loved it. Now I am laying out the photos that I've already pre-printed in the Big Happy Planner. I also punched that smaller photo into a circle. I'm actually really excited about it. I think it turned out really fabulous. As you can see, I have quite a few photos for this week. There are actually a few more than normal. And again, I'm really excited about it because I love working with all these different photos and these different memories. I just used my Tombow mono adhesive to adhere it down to the page. And I like to do that first because I have good places for them. I know the photos are going to work well there. I think that they're going to look pretty good. And so I might as well go ahead and get them adhered down where I know that they fit, and then I can work around those. It's one less variable to decide on. I don't need to like switch it up 65 times. I know this works, and so I'm just going to go with it. Now, I loved having that punched photo in the circle and then having it in that upper corner of that other. They are both from the exact same activity, and so I thought that was just a really fun way to incorporate more than one photo from one activity. Now I'm looking for a larger sticker that will cover a portion of both of those bottom two right-hand boxes so that I can layer my photo right on top of that. And so I have this one right here, and I'm going to just peel up the littlest bit of that punched circle and then place this one right on top of it. I'll add a little bit more detail as well, but I just wanted to have something underneath it to tie it all together. Now this alphabet sticker book is actually surprisingly one of my very favorite sticker books from the Happy Planner. I love the fonts, there's a lot of colors, and it's really super versatile. It's something that I'm able to use in both my regular planner and my memory planner. And the stickers are just a really good size too. It's kind of one of those things that this is just a super versatile book and I can use it in a lot of different ways. And so it just makes me really excited to think of different ways to use them either decoratively or, like skewed decoratively or just completely totally functionally. So right here I am just naming my son's baseball team since that's a picture of the team itself, and then I'm going to also find a sticker to sort of tie the background sticker and the photo together. So I'm just going to flip through this book, and what I really like about this book is that not only is it totally functional, but it's got a lot of really super pretty colors in it as well, and so it's just very fun to use. I really like that a lot. So now that I'm finished with that portion, I'm going to pull the left-hand page out and set it on top of my work surface, just so I can get started with all of the planning and the writing, because there really is so much going on this week. There's just really a lot to document. And that's absolutely why I started this project in January of 2016. It's absolutely crazy to think that I've been doing this for over 18 months now, but I started this because I knew that there really wasn't that many great ways to document the nitty-gritty details of our lives. I knew that someday, 10, 15, 20 years from now, we would forget just how crazy this time in our life was. And I really just didn't want to lose that. I wanted to have a way to remember that. So this isn't a project I'll do forever and ever and ever. There will come a point where there aren't that many things that I'm interested in documenting. But for right now, having all these little bullet points of activities with the photos is just, it's truly magical to me. And I know that probably sounds really silly, but I'm just excited to know that in the future we're going to be able to say, oh my gosh, how did we do all of that? So as you can see for Monday, I've just added bullet points. There were legitimately so many activities that day that I wanted to be able to make sure I got them all listed, but then I could also add decorative elements too. So without just only having boxes of stickers that were the, okay, this activity here, that activity there, so forth and so on, I wanted to be able to make sure that I could add a little bit of decor. So the bullet points are a good way to make it a little bit more concise, and then also from a decorative standpoint, they don't take as much visual weight. And so I like that portion of it as well, keeping it simple, right? Now I'm just looking through these books. I'm trying to find stickers that will work in terms of the color palette, the placement. That's one of those things about something like this that you're kind of balancing a few different things, because I've already started sort of a color scheme over on the right hand side with that larger sticker that I used. So in order to find something that coordinates and then also works for my needs, I have to definitely look through the books and find them. Now what I decided to do was go with this big sticker, and I love this sticker. It's so pretty to me. I also really like that it has some varied colors. I like that it has the gold foil. So I'm just keeping it very, very simple. I have just used that and then also added a couple of the little arrow and then that other rectangular sticker as well. So as you can see right here, if I drew a triangle, you've got the triangle right there, the visual triangle that is. And just keeping it super simple because as you can see, again, there are so many activities this week that I don't want to be overwhelming in terms of just what's going on. I don't want the activities and the photos to compete with the embellishments. I want to keep it simple. So for future weeks where maybe I don't have as many photos or I don't have as many activities, I might go a little crazier with the decor. But for these weeks where things are pretty simple, in terms of decor, I have so many other things going on. So anyway, as you can see for Wednesday morning, I'm using that large box to write down the activities. And I'm not going to even actually stop there. I'm going to use a couple of little bullet points as well so I can combine one sticker with two activities right there. I actually really like that. It's kind of a good idea, and I think that it's definitely something I could use with some of those larger stickers in the future. Now, as you can see, I wasn't kidding. This week is really super busy. I mean, it's just really stacking up to be a lot. And I'm watching back through this, how I'm putting all of this together. I'm really, really excited to have a week like this documented because there's just so many really neat little memories right here. So as you can see, I am layering then on top a sticker that I had already trimmed. And obviously I hadn't trimmed it completely straight the first time, which is fine. That's no big deal there. So I'm just using my X-Acto knife to trim it to the edge of the photo. And then I'll go ahead and I'll write that activity on top of the sticker. And I like having like that. You can see how those two stickers on Wednesday morning are sort of diagonal from one another. And I think that's really cool. Like I like the way that turned out. One of the things that I like most about having a varied color palette, like using that circle sticker, for example, is that then it gives me a really wide range of colors to work with in terms of the actual specifics. So for example, if I'm going to use a bullet point, I've got a wide variety to choose from, as opposed to, okay, I'm just using pink and orange and I can only stick to pink and orange for my supporting cast, if you will. So I really like that a lot. It makes it a lot easier to have a wider range, and it makes things just feel a little bit more fluid as well. Now you can see I can work now with the right hand side of the page, and one of the things that I am excited about trying is layering some clear stickers on top of photos. It's really definitely a favorite, and I haven't had too many ways to use that this year in terms of like the perfect photo to do that with. And so I'm really excited because I finally had this awesome sticker right there and the perfect photo for it to go right on top of it. So that was really fun for me to be able to finally have that kind of come together. And then now I can also just continue to decorate like those wave stickers. How cute is that, right? Not to mention the wave stickers. I like how that paired with those two other stickers on the right hand side of it, the two Disneyland stickers. I just like the way that those all tie together. Even though they're not really related, I just like the way that they look. So now what I can do is I can continue to flip through these sticker books and think about which direction I'm going to go now. It can be very difficult to tie it all together, like I said, because you just have so many choices. It's not even like I am forced to only stick with one little scheme or, oh, okay, you can only use pink or orange. Nope, the sky's the limits. There's so many different choices here. So definitely flipping through is one of the larger time issues here with using many different colors in one layout. Now, I had a couple of different activities to write down for Thursday, and I love this pairing of the two stickers I use. They're both really simple. Neither one of them has any really overwhelmingly complex parts to them, but they definitely look different, and I like the two of them next to one another. And they fit really perfectly in that box together too, so it worked out really well to have that. Now I'm also going to leave a little bit of room for journaling on Thursday. There was a little bit that I wanted to make sure that I got to tell, so that's why I've left that box open right there. So now for Sunday, I am just working forward. I not only used that sticker up in the upper right-hand corner, but then I used a couple of these cute little flags turned on their side as bullet points to notate the activity. So I have those right there that I can use, but I'm looking through. I know I want to layer something on top of that upper right-hand sticker. It looks really cute just the way that it is, but sometimes it's a little bit more fun to add just like a little something extra, kind of like these flags too, adding those little black and white bullet points right on top of there. So for example, up here in that box, then I put the other rectangle just for a little bit of layering and to make it a little bit more interesting. Since this is more like a scrapbook, I think it's okay to add the occasional extra embellishment and not keep it completely functional and perfunctory. Now, like I said, I'm simply using these bullet points and writing in the activities just like I would if I'd used a circle, except for this time I did add a little bit with that flag and then the circle on top of it. It made it a little bit more extra special, and I really do like that a lot. It turned out super cute. And then I'm just still flipping through looking for more. And I'm going to end up, like I said, leaving a little bit of room for journaling over there in the Thursday and a little bit of teeny tiny extra room on the Friday middle box as well, but I still have some space that I need to add a little bit something to, so I'm still flipping through for that one. So see, there you go. I knew it was out there somewhere, right? So now the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my self-healing mat, and then I'll use my magnetic ruler to draw some lines so I can add that journaling right there. As I do almost every week, I'm going to have them staggered. I like that they make it seem more playful and whimsical, and then at the same time, I don't have to worry about them being perfect, because it is actually, despite what you might think, a little bit harder to line them up perfectly. So now I'm going to finish filling in some of these things, including the journaling, and I like that I've left myself a hefty amount of room to tell the story. So after that, that's pretty much it for me for this week. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.